Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. This is Snapshot 20w20a. It's a smaller one with a new menu feature, lots of changes to advancements including new ones, and not so many bug fixes in this. Most of them are related to advancements, so I wouldn't take this as a sign of us getting closer to the release of 1.16, but just that this is a very focused on advancement snapshot. Now before we get into the details of this snapshot, I want to talk about world generation in the nether and mob spawning, because these things have changed over the last couple of snapshots and I've now got some information and I can shed some light on exactly what these changes are. So this is all about biome distribution, and I'm going to put some numbers on your screen that show you the percent of the different biome types and how often they appear in the world. What you're looking at in the background there is a screenshot Nembom sent me of the world generation in Snapshot 18a, and now what we're looking at is the generation of all of these biomes represented by the different colours in 19a. And so again, I'm going to put the numbers on your screen so you can see the distribution of each of the biomes, and this is the amount of blocks that they take up in the Minecraft Nether. So Warped Forest, for example, has gone from 1% all the way up to 9.5%. And the Nether Wastes has gone down from 54% down to 32.5%. And what that means should be pretty obvious to most of you. Just means the biome distribution is a little bit more even. Some are still rarer than others, but they shouldn't be so difficult to find anymore. Now when it comes to the mob spawning changes, I highly recommend you go and watch Nembom's video, as there is a lot of depth to this. It's an entirely new system. Here's a clip from his video, and to give you the general gist of it, for certain mobs in the Nether, they will create a radius around them to stop other mobs of the same type spawning, and then as you get more of the mobs in that biome, that radius gets bigger and bigger and the chances of things spawning are smaller. It's really quite complex, so go check out Nembom's video to get the gist of it. With that out of the way, let's talk about the features and changes in this snapshot. First of all, we have a new menu called the Game Mode Switcher, and it is for people who are admins or OP or have the ability to use cheats in their world. So F3 and 4 is the way to bring it up. So I've held down F3, I've pressed F4, and I can continue to tap F4 to scroll through each of the different modes of this game. And then when I release F3, it will switch me into that mode. Now another thing you can do with this is just hover your mouse over to get to the one that you want. So then when I release it, we go into creative mode. And it's also going to remember the last one that you were in. So when you tap F3 and F4, you can switch between the two that you want. So now let's go into spectator mode and then switch to creative. You can see when I press F3 and F4, those are the two that I'm switching between. Now some of you will know there is F3 and N for switching game modes. This is still available. However, it's going to switch you between spectator mode and the last mode that you were in. So that's its new function. And just to demonstrate what happens if you're not OP, I press F3 and 4 and it says unable to open game mode switcher, no permission. Now let's talk about the advancement changes in this snapshot. It will probably be of no surprise that the changes to advancements in this snapshot are mostly related to the Nether, including a whole bunch of new ones. So I've unlocked all the advancements and I'm going to let you know what they are one by one. So those were the days, as it says, is for entering the Bastion Remnants. And War Pigs is for when you open a chest inside of the Bastion Remnant. Hidden in the Depths is for when you first mine ancient debris. Cover Me in Debris is for when you've equipped a full set of netherite armor. Country Load, Take Me Home for using a compass on a lodestone. These are pretty self-explanatory. Who is Cutting Onions is for when you get Crying Obsidian in your inventory. And Not Quite 9 Lives for charging a respawn anchor to the maximum using glowstone. If you distract a piglin using gold items, you will get the Oh Shiny advancement. This Boat Has Legs is for riding a strider when you're using the warped fungus on a stick. And Hot Tourist Destinations is for stepping foot inside of each of the 5 different nether biomes. There are other advancement changes as well. For example, the Stone Age can now be obtained just by having black stone instead of regular stone. Serious Dedication has been changed to a netherite hoe, so once you've made one out of a diamond hoe, that's when you'll get this advancement. And probably no surprise, 2x2 for breeding all the animals will now include striders as well. And not really related to the Nether, the Bullseye advancement will now require the player to be 30 meters away when shooting at the target block. The Not Today Thank You advancement could be obtained by using other projectiles other than an arrow. To get this one, you'll now need to be shot with an arrow. The Ice Bucket Challenge used to require you to just have the obsidian in your inventory. You could get this through piglin bartering, for example. Now you'll actually have to mine the block of obsidian yourself. These changes to advancements have been done in a way which add new triggers to the game, which is something that players can tinker around with using data packs and whatnot. So thrown item picked up by entity allows you to detect what item has been thrown and which entity has picked it up. Player generates container loot will be able to detect when a loot table has been generated by opening a chest, and you can specify which loot table. Item used on block allows you to detect when a particular item is used on a particular block, so you can specify the location and the item that was used. Also, safely harvest honey was removed. Location also has a new property, Smoky, which will allow you to check if the location is next to a campfire. Entity properties got a new properties known as Vehicle and Targeted Entity. When it comes to bugs, they were all related to advancements, so there's only 2 left to report on. Structure blocks can now be offset with a number larger than 32. So when I change that, you can see our selection gets further away. And using a ender pearl on a mounted entity would stop you from dismounting. And now you can see it just dismounts me at this location and not where the ender pearl landed. And that is everything, my friends. It was a smaller snapshot, so if you're at the end of this video looking for more stuff to watch, check out the links on the screen. That is it from me this video. If you've enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like. If you're not subscribed and want to catch more snapshots, you know what to do. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.